was taken science.
Hello and a very warm welcome on Face to Face with Rashi, and this is 1st of July, it's Sunday, and I'm really thankful to Mr. Javed Bakht, Principal, Bishop George School and College. Sir, thank you so much and welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Sir is a dynamic personality, a hero in his own way, and 35 years, more than that, he has given to the field of academics, and he has experienced a lot of things in his life, right? Being from a paint salesman to becoming the principal of the college, right? So it's a journey he has seen from being an employee to the employer. Sir, how does it feel, seeing yourself today and looking back?
Well, you see, Rashi, I started my career as a sales trainee in Jensen Nicholson. I was posted in Allahabad,
Okay.
and I spent about 6.5 years in that company,
All right.
covering Gujarat, part of MP, part of Rajasthan also. And after some times, I felt a sort of a vacuum in me.
Okay.
I thought, I'm not doing anything. I'm just acting as a postman. And that creative instinct was gradually dying in me.
Okay.
So one fine day I decided to call it quits.
Okay.
Although when I left my job, I was on the threshold of some bigger posts. And my seniors, they were quite surprised when they learned that I'm quitting.
So how old were you, sir, when you took this decision?
I was, I think, 26 years old.
So at 26 years of age, you were so decisive.
Yeah.
You're a decisive personality, I believe.
Yeah.
Or you take a lot of time in taking decisions. No.
No, I mean, as time went on, I gradually discovered that, you see, what the hell is this? I mean, the company supplies it to the dealer. After 30 days, you go collect the check, give it back to the company. That's about all. I mean, the thing which I wanted to handle industries.
तो सर ये जर्नी तो बड़ी लंबी रही. तो can we ask कि कितने अमाउंट से? What was your first salary that you picked up?
My stipend during my training period was 700 rupees.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I mean, I used to give 500 rupees to my mother. 200 rupees I used to keep for myself. And those 200 rupees, I used to spend it among my friends, take them out for dinner or movies.
और इतना कुछ हो जाता था उस.
और फिर भी बच जाता था.
फिर भी बच जाता था उस समय. So you believe that value of money has gone down? Terribly. So tell us something about your school days. How you had been as a child, as a schoolboy.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question which you have asked.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised that I have studied in some of the best schools of Allahabad.
Lovely.
I started my schooling from Girls High School.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I did my KG from Girls High School. From Girls High School, I went to St. Mary's. I did class 1 and 2 in St. Mary's.
Okay.
And I still remember our principal, Reverend Mother Homena, she was a German. We were mortally scared of her.
Okay.
Because of that stiff look which she had. But behind that stiff look was a very soft heart.
Okay.
And after class 2, we were transferred over to St. Joseph's, where I studied up till 7th. Then from there I went to Bombay, and for 1 year I was in Fatima High School, Ghatkopar. My dad was transferred again to Ahmedabad, and then I joined St. Xavier's High School, Ahmedabad, where I finished my schooling.
Okay. So how you were as a boy? Like, how was your experience? Sir, do you think that this is schooling from the best colleges that we say, the missionary colleges, it does have an impact in the grooming of a child?
Yeah, definitely.
Very much?
It definitely
Okay.
has. There were certain basic things which were taught in these missionary schools, and that is still very much in me, and I try to give it to my students.
To your students.
And that is respect human feelings, treat a human being like a human being, irrespective of his caste, creed, color.
Wonderful, fabulous, sir. Sir, so you were naughty as a boy, you were a difficult child, so you can be a little louder.
Well, I wasn't naughty. I was a sort of an introvert.
Is it?
Yeah.
But sir, at this point of time, do you believe you're a very extrovert and a very vibrant personality, very dynamic?
Well, I have to be. If I don't, then in that case, I will face a lot of problems. There's going to be a barrier.
You're a Cancerian, sir?
Yeah, I'm a Cancerian.
Your birthday is
13th July.
13th of July, number 4.
Number 4. So, I can't afford to be what I was during my childhood. Otherwise, what will happen? It will create a barrier between me and my students. They will feel a bit, what we call, reserved rather, to come and ask me questions.
Yes,
so I can't build up that introvert, look in me. And as a schoolboy, I was an introvert, and that was one of the reasons where I suffered as far as certain subjects were concerned. Like maths and science.
Oh my God, you were bad at that?
Extremely bad.
Oh my God, I thought
bad.
you were extremely bad at maths and science. Same here, sir. Oh God. And did you thank your stars when in 10th you got to know that ab iske baad nahi padhna hai maths or science?
No, वो ऐसा नहीं था. When I went to the university, I had to study. When I was studying taxation, maths came. When I studied accounts again,
it haunted you.
It haunted me till the end.
Till the end.
Till the end.
My
but the degree came down.
The degree came down.
So it was to that extent where I could manage plus, minus, divide, multiply. Okay, fine. Till that it's okay. But anything above that.
And especially, sir, times when it was expected of boys to be very good at maths and science, it is still expected of boys, sir.
You see,
so how did you handle that?
I'll tell you one thing. Parents, Indian parents, have a very wrong notion that a child who does not know maths and science is a fool.
Yes, please note. मतलब पेरेंट्स को ये समझना है कि अगर आपका बच्चा गणित और विज्ञान में अगर अच्छा नहीं है तो ऐसा नहीं है कि he is good for nothing.
He may be a good sportsman.
Yes.
He may be a good artist. He may be a good literary person. He may be good in so many other things. Why only maths and science? Why the yardstick is only maths and science?
Why the yardstick is maths and science? Absolutely true, sir. So you just mentioned about the sports. You're being a sports person.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your sport?
I played, I played a game when I was in St. Xavier's, Allahabad. Most of our priests there were Spanish priests.
Okay.
So there's a Spanish game called paleta.
Paleta.
Paleta is a mixture of squash and tennis.
Okay.
You require the reflexes of a squash and the power of tennis.
Oh.
I used to play. I was good at it. I was rated as the top 5 paleta players in the school. And apart from that, I used to take part in athletics. I played cricket also. And football also I played, but then I was never a star player. I was a member of the team, that's about all. And a wee bit of badminton also. So during my school days, I used to keep myself occupied in these type of games so that physical fitness is there.
And it has helped you.
Yeah, it has helped me a lot. Because you see, when I was studying, my house in Ahmedabad was, I think, about 15 or 16 kilometers away from my school. So, cycling all the way to the school and then coming back, I used to almost do 30 to 35 kilometers per day. So that itself was a very big exercise.
Very big exercise.
Exercise of lungs, chest, thighs, everything. So right from that time, you see, physical fitness, I was very particular. But I'm sorry to say that of late I have become very lazy. And I'm trying to now get back into that groove rather, so that problems don't arise.
Nice.
Because as time passes, your age advances, and with age you develop problems.
Right, sir. No, nothing like that would happen, and you're very active, sir. And I wish you all the best for getting back to your, former mode and former groove.
Yeah.
So you grew then and entered college. Now, this pressure of career, which we see today among students, during your time also, was there pressure, less career options, or people just thought about becoming a doctor or engineer?
You see, Rashi, I did my college from HL College of Commerce, Hargovind Das Lakshmi Chand
So you
College.
can relax.
No, ठीक है, it's all right. From Hargovind Das Lakshmi Chand Commerce College. At that time, it was rated among the top 3 commerce colleges of India. The other being Siddham and Shriram. So when I was there, I still remember HL College of Commerce was at number 1. So much so that I don't know if it is to be believed that a pass out from HL College of Commerce applying for admission in London School of Economics was given 5% grace. And you see, when I entered that college, it was a commerce college. So majority of the students who came there had that ambition of turning out to be or becoming chartered accountant, cost accountant, or chartered secretary. So, and then see, people in Gujarat, they are mainly business minded people. So the other lot which used to come, they used to come to take a degree because their parents were their fathers were already in business, and a degree meant that it will shoot up their stock value in the marriage market. So that was the thing. But there were some students coming from the middle class and the lower middle class. Their ambition was, okay, I want to become a chartered accountant, I want to become a chartered secretary, or a cost accountant, or a management accountant. So their ambition, or rather their goal, was very clear cut.
Okay.
Now, as far as I was concerned, I wanted to go in civil services at that time. I appeared also in civil services in Gujarat, state civil services. I qualified. And but then we gave it a deep thinking. When somebody asked that you want to spend the rest of your life in Gujarat, well, I said, well, that was a very pertinent question. I said, no. So then why do you are taking this job?
Why? Why? You didn't like Gujarat?
No, not a question. I thought that, my roots are here.
Okay.
At one point or the other,
You
I have to come back.
Yes, yes.
Now, I can't wait for my retirement. Say, suppose some problem takes place here. I can't wait for my retirement.
Right.
I have to come.
Right.
So I thought that, better give it up.
So, sir, do you, what I get out of it is that कि जो लोगों में आजकल डिसीजन पावर की कमी हो गई है, उन्हें लाइफ में एक चीज़ ज़रूर सीखनी है कि बहुत कुछ सैक्रिफाइसेस देने के बाद आप जिंदगी में कुछ हासिल कर पाते हैं, है ना? मतलब every time you cannot expect things to be green and green all around.
No, if everything is green, you lose the value.
You lose the value. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, आजकल सर जो मेरा वही क्वेश्चन था कि आपको क्या लगता है स्टूडेंट्स में करियर के लिए, चीज़ों के लिए, आर दे क्लियर और दे आर टू क्लियर अबाउट इट?
देखिए, ऐसा है ना कि व्हाट आई हैव बीन सीइंग, I find only 10% of the students very serious about their career.
Very serious about their career.
90% are not very sure of what they will do after passing out 12th. For example, I will take an example of a student taking admission in class 11. You have to opt whether you want to take science, you want to take commerce or arts. Now, a student who has taken science in class 10 and he has scored very ordinary marks, he wants science. I ask him one question, what do you science लेके क्या कर सकते हैं? The majority of them don't have a reply. I tell them there are two things, either engineering or doctor. Now the question is engineering. Unless and until you get a standard engineering college, your future is zero, because although there are many private engineering college. But then, after passing out from there, if you can get a 10,000 rupee job, I think that will be great. And as far as becoming a doctor, no, only plain MBBS stands no value. You have to be a postgraduate there. Plus, you have to do some specialization also. Say, suppose you become a MD. Okay, MD itself is not enough. There's a degree above that, DM. Now, by the time you become a DM, you are 50 plus. The charm, life's charm is over. And you think that, tomorrow you'll open a clinic and then you'll get hordes and hordes of patients, then, forget about it. You have to struggle.
So what would you like to advise to those hundreds of students who are watching you at this point of time?
Well, my advice to them is that, first they should do some introspection. They should analyze themselves. What are they fit for? What are their likings? And today, there are many fields. You see, there was a time when, say, not long, but say 25 years back, if I ask a man that if you are a cook, he'll feel shy to say.
Right.
But today, there are so many chefs. And in fact, some of my students, they are chefs in 5-star hotels. They have done this hotel management and they are serving there. So there's no problem there.
So you believe that last 20 years, and when we compare it with these times, like career options काफी आए हैं स्टूडेंट्स
पे आए हैं, और फिर जो एक तरह का टैबू था, जो कि नहीं, अब जैसे लड़कियों के लिए ले लीजिए, एक ज़माना लड़कियां ऑफिस में काम कर रही हैं, अरे बाप रे, मर्दों के साथ। आज बहुत सी बैंकों की और बहुत सी मल्टीनेशनल्स की हेड्स हैं, लेडीज हैं।
So things have changed.
They have changed.
Right. So you think, sir, they have changed for the better? Yes. Or somewhere we have to draw the line?
No, it has changed for the better. कम से कम हमको ये तो पता चले कि टैलेंट उभर के कैसे आ रहा है।
Very nice, very well said, sir. Very well said. So
तो वरना ऐसा होता है कि कभी-कभी जो टैलेंट होता है हमारे घर में दबा दिया जाता है।
तो और आप पेरेंट्स से क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
पेरेंट्स से हम यही कहना चाहते हैं कि पहले आप देखिए कि आपका बच्चा किस चीज़ में इंटरेस्टेड है, उसमें आप उसको इनकरेजमेंट दीजिए। अगर वो अच्छा आर्टिस्ट है तो उसमें उसको इनकरेजमेंट दीजिए। ऐसा नहीं है कि वो आर्टिस्ट बन के अपनी जीविका नहीं कमा पाएगा, अच्छा पैसा कमाएगा।
राइट।
हमारा एक स्टूडेंट है, वो बड़ा अच्छा कार्टूनिस्ट है, ही इज़ डूइंग वेरी वेल इन बॉम्बे, एंड देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन हिज फादर यूज्ड टू क्रिब कि साहब वो कार्टून बना के क्या करेगा, एंड हिज फादर इज अ लॉयर। ऐसे कार्टून बना के उसने इतना कमा लिया जो आप वकालत करके 2 जन्म भी ले लीजिएगा तो भी नहीं कमा पाइएगा। He keeps quiet after that.
Right. So you believe that जो wings हैं बच्चों के, उन्हें आप पूरा मौका दें।
बिल्कुल पूरा।
Dreams, they should fly their dreams. Sir, now thank you so much for that. Now I'll give you a situation, sir, and I want your reaction on this. Right? Now just imagine आप एक stranger city में हैं, and you've lost the way, right? And आपने वहाँ के लोकल से अपने डेस्टिनेशन का एड्रेस पूछा, और आप वहाँ तक जाते हैं और आपको पता चलता है that, and you were being primed upon actually, and you get to know that you were completely misled. So what would be your reaction? You will be very angry, you will be patiently analyzing that, I mean your spontaneous reaction.
I will curse him with all my pains.
Okay. That is what Mr. Javed Bakht's personality is. Crystal clear, straightforward, candid and dynamic. So this situation was for you.
I will tell you why. Because during my college days, we played this sort of a prank on a family, on a train. We had boarded a train which was to go to Varanasi. There was a family from Punjab which had come, I think they had come for the first time, and they wanted to go to Varanasi itself. And somehow we came to know that they are totally novice. So when they sat down, we were about 4 or 5 friends. We started talking, अच्छा भाई ये ट्रेन गोरखपुर कब तक पहुंच जाएगी? तो हम रात में 9 साढ़े 9 बजे तक पहुंच जाएगी। तो कहता मैं कोई बड़ा स्टेशन रास्ते में आएगा? मैंने कहा हाँ 1-2 स्टेशन है, कोई ख़ास बड़ा नहीं है। कहा शायद बनारस आएगा। अरे हमने कैसी बात कर रहे हो, बनारस लाइन ही पे नहीं है, यहाँ से कट जाएगी ट्रेन। एंड सडनली आई फाउंड दोज पीपल सिटिंग देयर, दे स्टार्टेड लुकिंग एट ईच अदर and they didn't say anything, and they talked to each other in Punjabi, and they picked up their luggage and went down on the platform.
Oh my God.
And just 5 minutes were left for the train to leave. I think some TT came and they just asked him, "So there's a train, why aren't you going?" And when they sat, they kept on staring at us till Banaras came.
You got the feel that they were cursing you.
They were cursing with all their pain, and we were avoiding them. They were staring at us, and we were avoiding them.
Okay.
So I can well visualize. The
Yes.
same thing happens to me.
Yes.
I will also curse the person with all my pain.
At his natural best, Mr. Javed Bakht, Principal, Bishop George School and College on Face to Face with Rashi this Sunday morning, July 1, 2018. And sir, I wish you all the best. Your sessions are starting,
Yeah, from tomorrow.
From tomorrow. So wish you all the best for that. So one more situation you have. You're about to take off and suddenly you realize that you've left your mobile at cafeteria. What would be your reaction? And I'm sure you're not going to, get down. Is it?
Well, I'll get down.
You will get down, sir.
I'll get down.
Don't tell me, sir.
Go and pick up my mobile, and I will come. Never mind if I miss my train. I can take another train.
That much you love your mobile phone.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of data in it.
Okay. So that's also wonderful. Now, sir, I'll just play with you rapid fire before we wind up. And your rapid fire begins now. Your first crush.
One of my school teachers.
Oh, is it? How sweet of you, sir. And what class you were at that point of time?
Class 4th.
Oh my God, that was really something very pious. I would call it the first pious crush you had.
Crush.
Right.
Puppy love.
Puppy love. Your first love.
Well, I don't think I had anything such as first love.
Truly, you never fell in love, sir. Come
No,
on.
no.
Oh,
It was not in that thing was
not
in,
even that fondness for some actress or something like that.
No, yes.
Yes, no?
I like one actress,
Ah.
and that is Rekha.
Oh, she's still very gorgeous.
Yeah. No, why I like, because you see, despite her background, and when she acted in that film Umrao Jaan, at that time, we got a new video. My uncle went abroad, he brought a video. And my grandmother late grandmother who never saw movies, she said, "Beta, wo Umrao Jaan आई है, हम देखना चाहते हैं." So, Umrao Jaan लगा दी गई. And my grandmother commented कि वो सावली सी जो लड़की है इस फिल्म में, उसने बड़ी कमाल की अदाकारी की. Imagine a lady from South speaking flawless Urdu. Hats off to her.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. So your best friend.
I lost my best friend, Mr. Gautam Das. You must have met. There's another friend of mine in Allahabad, James Jokim. He has just retired. We were together right from school. We did our college also together. We started our career simultaneously. And till the time I was in Ahmedabad, we were very close.
Wow, wonderful, sir. So your favorite perfume?
Ramis.
Oh, you love that fragrance?
Oh, yeah.
Never compromise on that?
Never. I've put Ramis. You can smell it.
Okay, sir. Yes, you're smelling good. So, answer a word for face to face with Rashi. Just one word.
Rashi, you are just fantastic.
Fantastic is the word.
Fantastic.
Okay. Thank you so much, Javed, sir. I wish you all the very best. You're such a wonderful person, wonderful human being. And trust me, I have known sir for many years. But this chat, this side of Javed, sir, this is for the first time that I am getting to know, and through me, you are getting to know. So, all the students, all the parents who are watching him, I'm sure you must have enjoyed his heart-to-heart talk. Thank you so much, sir, for being with me on this show. Thank you. Thank you, sir.